Hey y'all, thank y'all for joining me for today's birth prep mobility flow. I really created these to just start to help you get in the mindset to prepare and relax and just connect with your body in preparation for labor. Even if you are planning on having a cesarean delivery, these movements will still help to open up regions of your body that will feel good as you recover from your delivery. Plus, some people, you just never know what type of delivery you're going to have, so I recommend just incorporating these into your regular routine throughout pregnancy. But all the equipment that you need is listed in the description as well as the circuit. So let's go ahead and get started with our inversion. Now, before we get into our inversion, I do want to show you all the modification for those who are not able to perform inversions, which would be someone who has hypertension or high blood pressure, or maybe you just don't want to perform the inversion, you don't like it, you've got indigestion, heartburn, I totally get it. So if you don't have an inversion, what you'll do is a puppy pose. So you can grab a pillow to support your bump, and you're gonna stick your butt up in the air, arms out long, and you'll perform the breathing here, still feeling the pelvic floor expand and stretch. You wanna stay active in your hands, thinking about pressing your hands away from your body. So that's the modification for puppy pose. Now, if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started with our inversion. Alrighty, slowly make your way down to the ground, down to your forearms. Tuck your head so you're looking underneath of your bench. Let's perform 3 big breaths here. Inhale into the rib cage, expanding 360 degrees. And then exhale, just let it go. Good, take another big inhale, thinking about really trying to expand your trunk and core as much as possible. And then exhale. Let it go. One more for me. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Slowly return to a kneeling position. Take 2 breaths for me right here. One more. Inhale. And then exhale. Great. Carefully get off of your bench. You can bring that pillow down to the ground to perform a half kneeling hip flexor stretch. So benefits of inversions include releasing the lower uterine ligaments, which can create more space in the lower uterus for your baby to get into a more optimal position. So let's go ahead and get into that half kneeling position. Right knee is forward. Gently tuck the left pelvis underneath of you. You should start to feel a stretch in that left quad. Then you can slightly lean forward a little bit where you should feel even more of a stretch right here without overarching your back. So ribs stay stacked over pelvis. You're gently tucked. Slightly lean forward until you feel a good stretch. And we're just holding this position right here for 60 seconds, really trying to relax your body. Taking some big, good, deep breaths. If you feel the need for more of a stretch in that left quad, go ahead, bring that left foot up to meet your butt, maintaining that gentle tuck or posterior tilt of the pelvis, staying tall through the spine. Your hip flexors can get really tight and round ligament can get really tight, which also can impact baby's position. Let's switch sides. Bring that left knee forward. Gently tuck the right pelvis underneath of you. Lean forward. You feel that stretch in the right quad and hip flexor now. Go ahead and bring my right foot to my glute. Try not to hold your breath. Big inhales here. Try and inhale into the front of that quad and that hip flexor. It's all about, these mobility flows are all about just releasing tension throughout your body in common areas that we hold and develop tension, especially during pregnancy. And your hip flexors are one of them. They are working hard to support the growing weight of your bump and your belly. And your round ligament as well can get stretched as your belly grows, and it doesn't always like that. 3, 2, 1. Good. Set your pillow aside, grab your yoga block. You're going to stick it underneath of your left knee, meet me in a quadruped position, so weight is directly over your wrists. And then I want you to shift your weight over the hip that is off of the yoga block, so the left side. So more of your weight is towards the left. And we're just going to do some cat cows right here. So I like doing this hip shift cat cow release to really emphasize opening the left mid pelvis. Good. Fun fact, there's not one movement that opens up your entire pelvis. So different parts of the pelvis are opened up through different movements. So mid pelvis really likes asymmetrical movement. Good. I'm just inhaling as I arch my back and look up, and then I'm exhaling as I gently tuck and round. Gosh, this feels so good in the back. Really think about trying to tuck everything underneath of you, pressing the arms away from the ground. Switch sides in 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty, shift your weight over to that right side, and let's get right into it. I love these birth prep mobility flows. Honestly, they just feel really good to perform on either my active recovery days, so the days where I'm not performing the strength training in my Moving Through Pregnancy program, or in addition to those days, maybe as a little extra cool down, or maybe perform at the end of the day. So really love integrating these movement flows any chance I can. Inhale, allow everything to drop towards the ground, look up toward the ceiling. Exhale, round and tuck underneath of you. Three, 2, and 1. Set that yoga block aside. We're going to move into an adductor rock back. So left knee is bent, or I'll do it this way first. Right knee is bent, left leg is extended out. Weight is centered in your midline, so your arms are in between your hands. You're going to inhale as you sit back into the glutes. Exhale as you rock forward. Inhale, sit back. Feel that pelvic floor expand. Exhale, rock forward. Make sure that toe is in line with the knee. Good. I want you to really think about someone's pulling you with the string back towards that wall behind you, so you're not tucking your pelvis, but rather you're just sitting straight back, pressing your hands away from your body. Inhale, feel the pelvic floor lengthen. Inhale into this anal sphincter region. Exhale as you come forward. Go ahead, switch sides. Left knee is bent, right leg is out. Inhale as you sit back. Ooh, feels good on that right adductor. You'll notice we don't do a lot of static holds for stretches, and that's because during pregnancy you already have a lot of increased tissue ligamentous laxity, and so there's no need to really hold a lot of prolonged stretches. I like active mobility and coordinating pelvic floor lengthening with these movements. So on the inhales, we sit back, we're thinking about lengthening our pelvic floor, breathing into this region. You can even keep your hand covering your anal sphincter. Inhale into your hand as you sit back. Exhale, rock forward. You can also keep this toe propped underneath of you if that feels better. Take whatever variation feels good for you. 3, 2, and 1. Great. Grab your pillow. Meet me in a sideline position. We have windmills. So you're going to bring those knees in close to your chest. Place the bottom hand on top of your top knee. Reach out the top hand long. Windmill rotation, working on upper back mobility, which helps the diaphragm to expand 360 degrees, which helps the pelvic floor lengthen. The key to good pelvic health is good diaphragm health. And the diaphragm is influenced by so many things. All of the muscles that attach in your trunk as well as the trunk itself. So think rib cage position, upper back mobility, pelvic position, obliques, all play a role. Oh, this feels so good. You might be thinking, why are we doing upper back mobility? It's part of birth prep. Shouldn't we just be focusing on the lower half? Nope. You need good trunk space and mobility to allow baby to move and rotate as well. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and switch sides. Shorts are rolling down on me. That's what I get for having this bump continue to grow. Alrighty. Knees in close to the chest. Bottom hand keeping the top knee down. And we're rotating. It's very common while you're doing these to feel more fetal movement. Your baby might be loving the movement, moving around a little bit more. I know every time I do some sort of like relaxation work or mobility flows, baby boy loves it. You want to keep those knees in close to your chest to isolate this rotation and movement to your upper back. And just go through whatever available range of motion you have. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I believe that was our last exercise, but I'll double check. Amazing. That was. Meet me in a sitting position. You can even sit on a pillow to give yourself a little bit more of that posterior tilt upright position. And we're just going to end this flow with some diaphragmatic breaths and deep core contraction to really connect with the deep core and the diaphragm that we just worked. So hands on the rib cage for me, or one on the lower pelvis region and one on the sternum region. Big inhale, expanding the ribs 360 degrees. And then on an exhale, I want you to really think about hugging your baby, drawing your 2 hip bones towards one another, knitting the ribs at the end of the breath. Inhale. Exhale through pursed lips. Feel the lower abdominal region contract, ribs come down at the end, top of the abdominals contract at the end. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Close your eyes on this one. Really connect with your body and thank your body for just supporting yourself throughout this pregnancy. Big inhale. Exhale. Amazing. I hope that felt as good for y'all as it did for me, and I will see you for whatever workout or mobility flow you choose next.